It was us against the world, and we came out victorious. So I guess he knows who we are now.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smartwater.
So, remember last night when I told you Team Canada was oh so close to breaking all kinds of records here in Paris? Well, good news, my friends. They did just that. And it happened early this morning. We didn't even have to wait very long. And so as of right now, Paris 2024 will go into the history books. Most medals won by Team Canada in any non-boycotted games, and most gold medals won as well. And the hits keep on coming. We're blowing through that record, and perhaps there are more to come as of this recording, so stay tuned. Now, it has been a spectacular time. It is buzzing in there. The vibes are so very high at Canada Olympic House. I wish you could all experience it. You know, my favorite movie as a kid was a movie called Forget Paris by Billy Crystal. I'm being serious. He was an NBA referee, he had a job, he was a little bit down on his job, he took a trip to Paris, he fell in love, and he just always romanticized about Paris. Something tells me Team Canada and Canadians all over the world will never want to forget Paris, because this has been a summer to remember. Later in the program, we'll speak to the woman who helped us check off all those records in one fell swoop. You're gonna wanna stick around for this emotional chat. But first, we are still buzzing after what the men's 4x100m relay team did on a rainy Friday night at Stade de France, a moment we will never forget. No one saw it coming, but today they got to parade inside Canada Olympic House with those gold medals around their neck. What a moment, what a race, what a quartet. Well, the date, August 9, 2024, will forever be etched in the minds of Canadian sports fans all over the world, because on that night, a very rainy night here in Paris, it was cometh the hour, cometh the men, because these men dug down deep with their backs against the wall, with very few people picking them to win, and they did it. For just the second time in Olympic history, Canada men are the gold medal winners in the 4x100 relay, and these names will forever go down in history as well. Dwayne, Andre, Jerome, Brendan, Aaron. You just go by first names here. You guys are legends, and it's such an honor to have you guys on our show here. I can't even imagine what's going through your minds. Andre, I'll start with you. Those moments there where you crossed the finish line and it came into realization that you had won gold after everything you've been through in these games in particular. Can you even describe what that feeling was like?
It's a surreal feeling, to be honest. I mean, you know, it's crazy because all of us, we go way back a decade now, and we made our first team, got our first medal together at the World Championship back in 2015. So I mean, it's an incredible experience to just come to light right here. I mean, of course we had that gold in 2022, but that Olympic gold in the 4x1 is just an incredible experience. So definitely it's something that we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
I want to ask you about an interview your coach did yesterday, and he said the night before, I think, you had something to say to the guys. You gave them a little pep talk, as you probably did, I think, in Eugene, but this one maybe there were some words that are a little X-rated, if you will. Could you give us a taste of what you told the guys the night before?
Yeah, I know when we have an opportunity to seize the moment, sometimes we need a little extra fire, you know, so I come with my cuss words and I set the tone. I say, you know, like, I don't want to leave here without something special. And, you know, it's been a tough games for all of us individually. Didn't go our way, but, you know, we still have a special opportunity. We're in lane 9. No one's going to see us coming. We've done it before. Let's just end this championship on a high note, and nothing else will matter after that. We'll leave immortalized as champions forever, and that's exactly what happened. Speaking of fire, you yelling at him, that was, I think that will be etched in our brains forever. Like, what does that signify? What are you trying to tell him when you're doing that?
To just run.
Yeah. Have you still not regained your voice?
Nah, it's gone. It's forever gone. It's left in Paris now. But I remember sitting in the room telling Aaron that, you know, there's few athletes that make the Olympics, and there's few athletes that get medals. And I was like, but to me, I know I'm getting one. I just don't know what color yet. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's true. He wasn't really believing, but he believes now.
Okay, so he mentions the confidence. Like, as Aaron said, a bit of a tough, you know, Olympic Games for all of you individually. And there were whispers, people saying things about you, saying things about you. So, you know, everyone's counting you guys out. So what was the confidence level on Friday morning heading into the race?
I mean, having guys who are well experienced and, you know, just on the international level, and especially Brendan, like, whenever he's not tired, he's like full of energy, you know. letting you know, like, hey, like, let's go. Today's the day, and that's the thing. When I went out on the track, you know, I looked down the backstretch, and I was like, okay, today's the day. I'm looking at him, and I'm pointing. I'm letting him know, like, he's like, I'm ready. Like, I'll be there. And he's like, okay. And I look at AB, and I told him the same thing. Like, we do that, you know, just let each other know, like, hey, I'm ready. Like, let's go. So, you know, when I seen Aaron get out the blocks, I was like, okay. I was like, just focus on the tape, just move when he gets there. And, you know, I started running. I was like, I didn't feel anyone. Like, I disconnected from the race. I was like, okay, I'm running really fast right now. So I just kept going, and I started screaming at Brendan. I ran halfway around the turn, and after that, I don't remember anything else.
I love it. Dwayne, can I ask, you're an alternate on the team. Watching your boys, watching your teammates do that on Friday night, what were you thinking and what do you remember from it?
I just had this feeling that, you know, these guys are going to do something special today. I mean, everybody's counting us out, and we just snuck in, and usually when stuff like that happens, something special is about to happen after that.
Can I ask you, Aaron, there's a clip of Noah Lyles that has gone viral, and I think you all have seen it. I'm wondering, did you know about that clip before the race, or did you just see it after? And if so, what do you remember when you saw it for the first time?
Well, yeah, when he first did it, it was at World Relays in the Bahamas early this year, and I wrote under Athletics Canada's post, and I put the Cam Newton gif where he just said, okay.
Wow.
Because I was just thinking in my head, like, all right, we'll see you in the big dance. And unfortunately wasn't there, you know, get well soon with your COVID, but we had a job to do with whoever was stepping out there on the track, and it was us against the world, and we came out victorious. So I guess he knows who we are now.
Yes, amen. Andre, 7 medals now, tied with Penny Alexiak. And these were tough games, but man, I don't know if there will be a sweeter one than this one. Can you even possibly rank it right now? I know it's like picking your favorite child, right? But considering everything, this one, where everyone was counting you guys out, where would you rank it?
This one is definitely ranked up there, one of the top ones. I mean, you know, I always thought I thought it wouldn't come close to the first one when we got in Rio with the bronze, because that one was still special as well. But, you know, we topped it, you know, like, because even when we got Tokyo and silver, I still thought the Rio bronze was a better performance and everything. But this one topped both of them. So I mean, definitely, I'm gonna remember this one for the rest of my life for sure, and I think all of us will. So definitely, it's up there with top 2 for sure.
Well, so will we as sports fans, man. I can't even put into words how great that was and how proud you all made us as Canadians. So congratulations again. Enjoy this. Forever gold medalist. You now get to push aside the 96 boys. Well done. Well done. Congrats. Okay, so this is pretty unique. For those at home who may not know how this all goes down, usually athletes win a medal, they go to bed, they party maybe, they come back the next day and sit with us. But because we're reaching the very end of the games, we're running out of time. And so I was literally watching Marco Arop win a silver medal in the men's 800-meter final like an hour ago. And now here he is sitting right beside me. This is surreal stuff. First off, congratulations on an incredible race. Well done.
I appreciate that.
Does this feel real to you? It's weird for me to be looking at you right now. What's it like for you?
I'm still trying to take everything in. I know I'm probably not going to go to sleep all night. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, and it's you know, I'm just happy to everything went well.
A dream come true.
Absolutely, absolutely. You try to perform your best on the biggest day, and this is definitely it.
And so how do you feel about how you performed just an
Honestly,
hour or so ago?
I don't think I could have ran a better race. I mean, I'll look over it and probably find some things that I could have corrected, but like, that was a huge personal best, North American record. Like, I was honestly just ecstatic that, first of all, I didn't mess up the tactics and almost got it right.
Speaking of the tactics, I will never pretend to be an expert when it comes to racing,
worries.
but I'm watching you, and I know there were high hopes for you. And initially, I see you at the back of the pack, and then I see you turn on the jets. I'm assuming that's part of the tactics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And how do you know when to start, you know, taking it into the next gear?
It's weird, you know. You just want to run a clean race. I think being in the back was a little tricky today, but I thought I saw an opening the last 200 meters and went for it, and with 30 meters to go, I thought I had it won, and just didn't time the lean right, which you don't usually see in an 800. That's usually for the 100 and 200, but it's always fun when it gets close, I think.
And why was being in the back a little trickier today?
I think just getting around people, you run a little extra distance. You know, the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're like looking at hundredths of a second, every extra meter counts. So yeah, I'll look back and probably find things that I can pick out, but overall I still couldn't, like, that was the best race I'd ever ran in my life, so I can't be too upset with that.
And speaking of which, it did come down to 1/100th of a second, right, between you and the gold
I
medalist.
didn't know it was that close.
Yes, that's what they are saying.
Jeez.
Is that hard to swallow?
Honestly, no. It's a little bittersweet, but I got to give credit to Emmanuel Wanyoni. Like he's an amazing athlete. He had a lot of pressure coming in, and he performed to the best of his abilities as well. So I think, you always want to do the best, and we all dream to get that gold medal, but today the silver feels like gold just because of the way everything played out.
You were in Tokyo, and obviously I'm sure you had higher expectations and higher hopes. Do you remember any conversations you had with yourself or with your coaches after leaving Tokyo about what you were hoping to do in Paris 3 years from then? And can you put yourself back in those shoes and tell that young man, look how it all turned out?
Yeah, with hardships, you never really forget it. Tokyo's been on my mind for 3 years now, and I don't think it'll ever leave. I just remember how disappointed I was after that, or after those games, and I'm glad I was able to kind of redeem myself now, at least make the final and come out with a medal. And I just hope that I'm doing the country proud. And I don't think it's over for me. So we still got another cycle. Hopefully we can get an upgrade next time.
So you're thinking about LA?
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
You'll be back?
Absolutely.
I love that. I love the confidence. And by the way, you were one of the last races, right? One of the last events in athletics at that great stadium. One of the last events at these games. Right. What is it like seeing everyone have their moments, celebrate? I mean, just last night, another magical night at the stadium, and you're still waiting, and I don't know if the stress is building, the anxiety is building. What's that like?
It's pretty cool. I like being at the end because there's some things like you get to sit back and enjoy, different competitions before you compete. The only thing that sucks is I can't actually go out and watch them because it's just, a lot before a race. Sitting around watching, I think I can enjoy it more because I haven't raced yet. If I compete early and, regardless of how the competition goes, I'll probably be, I don't know. I like being at the end. You kind of observe and watch, see other people have success and failures, and you can kind of learn from it. But yeah, it's strange. Now everything's over and I'm just, I don't know. I like being at the end. That's all I can say.
I can see you're still formulating your thoughts and emotions, right?
I'm running on 2 brain cells right now.
I do not blame you. You'll be at the closing ceremony?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will be.
You'll get to revel in it all over there as well.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much.
That was incredible to watch.
It
was really thrilling, and you made us all so very proud.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means everything.
Another individual who made us very proud was Melissa Jimena Paredes. What a run both she and Brandy Wilkerson had in women's beach volleyball. We've been giving out these letters that they wrote back in December to their future selves. Well, we did it with Melissa. You're going to want to watch this. It was incredible stuff.
Outshine Gold, presented by Lululemon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Mel. I hope you remember that this too shall pass. All the good, all the bad, everything in between. So embrace everything, all the emotions. Embrace the suck and relish in the good. Share the journey. It's meant to be shared, and remember you didn't get there alone, and you are not alone. Be grateful for who you are surrounded with. Brandy is your person and is going through it all with you. Be there for her and let her be there for you. I hope you looked into the crowd and smiled. You did it. Be proud. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Why? I love you, Mel. Oh my God, that's really fitting. How did I know that I needed to read that? I was in a really good place in December. I was really excited about the position we were in, about where we were in our qualification process, and excited to get into the Olympic year. So this was in a really positive space, and I think it is still positive where I am now. A little bittersweet, finishing the tournament with a loss, but there is so much beauty in the journey, and there are so many people behind this that have made the journey so special. So Brandy being, my rock in that. So this was this was very fitting to read.
Well, Canada made all kinds of history on Saturday morning, and it was all because of this woman, Katie Vincent. Katie Vincent helped get Canada over the hump as far as most medals won at an Olympic Games, 25, 9 boycotted Olympic Games, most gold medals won at a non-boycotted Olympic Games, 8, and the first woman to win a gold medal in canoe or kayak at Olympic Games. Check, check, check.
Yeah.
Well done. Were you aware of all of that when you made this happen?
No, I didn't know any of it in the moment. No, this is all news to me. It's pretty exciting.
Well, congratulations. And by the way, yesterday you win bronze as well, along with your teammate Sloan McKenzie. I know you wanted that gold. I know you were a little, I won't say disappointed, but bronze in Tokyo, bronze yesterday. When you woke up today, what was the mindset? What were you thinking in order to try to propel you to the top?
Yeah, it's like you said, I got home to my hotel room yesterday from the course with my bronze medal, and I said, 2 is enough. Let's just try to go for something more. And I woke up this morning just a little bit fired up, a little bit ready to go. And you know, it's been a long week of racing, and we just took it one race at a time today. And yeah, we had a great semifinal, and I think just that positive momentum and that positive energy just going into the final, just extra little confidence. And yeah, I just pulled one off there at the end, and yeah, it was my best race ever, yeah.
Yeah, photo finish as well. I believe 1/100th of a second
Yeah.
you won by.
Yeah.
In that moment when they're, you know, still looking at the photos and whatnot, what's going on in your mind?
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy couple minutes. Like I crossed the finish line and I knew I was first or second. So at least in that moment, I was like, oh great, I've kind of upgraded from bronze a little bit. And then it was just like a waiting game. And there's a screen that we can see as athletes on the water that pops up the results. And nothing came up, and it just said PF, which means photo finish. And then I'm like, so we're all just staring at it, waiting for something to come up. And then Canada popped up for half a second and went away. So I was like, oh my gosh, no, like you can't do this to me now. And then like another 30 seconds later, and Canada popped up one, and I saw it first, and there was a delay till the crowd saw it. So I kind of started celebrating, and then like 10 seconds later, I look over and I could see all the Canadian flags and all the Canadians in the crowd cheering, and that was a pretty special moment. And I think at that point, it became really real. And then I got pretty excited, and then I had to make sure I got to the dock so I didn't jump out on the water or anything like that. So, but yeah, it was a pretty special moment, and it was exciting.
And we talked back in December about you flying the flag for canoeing and for trying to get more people involved in the sport. And here you are now, a double medalist, a gold medalist, now a 3-time medalist. Do you feel like this will now propel other people to start doing this as well and inspire the younger generation?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, canoeing you know, the Olympics is it for us. I just hope that someone at home today watched one of my races, watched one of Sloan's, or anyone on our teams and were inspired. And you know, you can put into Google canoe club near me and one will pop up. Canoeing is a Canadian sport. It's all over the country, and I just hope more people are inspired to join our sport. And you don't need to go to the Olympics, but you can enjoy paddling, and that's one of my favorite things to do, and I hope more Canadians start to enjoy that.
Do you still feel like you're kind of on cloud 9 right now? I mean, this was just a couple hours ago that you won.
Yeah, no, definitely still on cloud 9. I'm pretty excited, and yeah, I haven't had a moment to soak it all in yet, but I'm sure in the next coming days it'll start to feel more real.
Well, perhaps we can give you that moment. I don't know if you remember this back in December in Montreal when you were part of the summit. We had some athletes write future letters to themselves. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I have the letter here, and I was wondering if you wanted to read it.
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
I don't know what I said,
All right,
but I'll read it.
Here's the letter that you wrote back in December to yourself.
To myself.
Do you remember what you wrote?
No, I do not.
You do not?
I do
Okay.
not remember. So
well, we'll see.
I remember writing it.
A lot has happened since.
A lot has happened since.
Especially today.
Especially today. All right, hopefully I don't cry.
Okay.
But you never know. Oh, pretty long. Okay.
By the way, you're the first person to read it first to themselves.
Yeah,
so
that's probably
very
a mistake.
savvy on your part. Very
yeah,
smart.
probably a mistake, because now I'm crying.
Yeah, most people just went right in there.
How smart of them. Okay. It says, Dear Katie, I hope you are proud of the work you have done to get here. You deserve this moment. Whew. Now, enjoy it. Take a break. Whew. You deserve everything that is meant for you. Take pictures with your teammates. Cherish each moment you have the next few days. Keep having fun. So, yeah.
Sorry for the tears, but again, I hope these are happy tears.
Yes, they're very happy tears.
You should be very, very proud of yourself, and the
you.
country is proud of you as well. Well done on representing. Congratulations, and
you.
enjoy everything that comes with these medals.
Thank you very much.
Well, you know the Olympics are winding down when there's a full-blown party happening right here at the top of Canada Olympic House. Everyone's having a great time, letting loose, having a grand old time. Beautiful stuff. I love it. No one has invited me yet. I'm just standing here kind of off to the side with my stick mic. Maybe that's throwing them off. I don't know, but maybe we'll join them in a bit. For now, though, time to look at the medal table. We're up to 27. How cool is this? What a showing by Team Canada. That is good enough for 11th place with 1 day left. All right, finally, time now for everyone's favorite segment of the evening. It is time for my Paris Tonight podium. Let's start with bronze. Earlier today, Serbia won a bronze medal in men's basketball. Pretty solid, right? Well done. They almost beat the U.S. a couple of days ago. But what about this clip that emerged online of the Serbian team celebrating their bronze medal, leaving the arena on the team bus? And there's Nikola Jokic, arguably the best basketball player in the world, man who shows no emotion, a man who seemed to not really care when his Denver Nuggets won the NBA title 2 seasons ago, dancing, singing, having a great time with his friends, his teammates. Is it possible that Nikola Jokic cared more about winning a bronze medal than he did winning the Larry O'Brien trophy? I think so, and I love everything about it. Just goes to show, once again, how the Olympics are so special to these athletes. To do it for your country, to do it for your nation. Love that from Nikola Jokic and the entire team. They played great in this tournament. Well done to all of them. Now, let's go to silver. What about rhythmic gymnastics? Truth be told, I think this is the first time that I actually mention rhythmic gymnastics on this program, but it's worth mentioning. These ladies are so talented, and earlier today, my wife and daughter got to attend the group final courtesy of my new good friends over at CBC Sports. They hooked us up, and it was amazing. You know, I've dragged my daughter to a lot of sporting events over the years, and she usually falls asleep like 30 minutes in, couldn't care less. My wife told me that she was over the moon, locked in, cheering, smiling, laughing, dancing. She was blown away by the colors, by the choreography, by the outfits, by everything that they did, their talent. She's a budding gymnast herself. I don't know, after today, she might have set her sights on the Olympics in around, I don't know, 12, 16 years from now. Amazing stuff. So happy she got that experience. So grateful and thankful to CBC as well. And finally, gold. Let's go back to breaking. Perhaps one and done at the Olympics, and if so, we're the champs forever. Phil Kim, aka Phil Wizard. He has just made Canada the coolest country of all time. Ever? I don't know. I mean, look at this man's aura. Aura plus 1,000, like the kids like to say. 10,000. He was calling his shots. He had like an 8-board, an 8-pack, I should say. He was amazing. I love this guy. He's incredible, and he's great for the sport, and he's great for Canada. He's sponsored by like 15 different companies. One of the faces of Team Canada came through. Everyone thought he was going to come through. He did come through. Well done, Phil Wizard, aka Phil Kim. Who says breaking shouldn't be in the Olympics? Not I. I loved it, and I hope they reconsider for LA in 2028. All right, we're out of time. Time to say goodnight. And finally, one last thing to watch for tomorrow. Of course, it has to be us. The final episode of Paris Tonight comes your way tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern, on CBC Gem and YouTube. And we've got a special treat, an exclusive interview with our very own Scott Russell. Yes, we went to visit him at the top of the TV tower. It was a grand old time. Just two Bills fans chopping it up. I loved it. You're going to want to watch this. One of the all-time best in the history of Canadian TV. He's signing off soon, but before he does, he's talking to us. Don't miss it. Tomorrow night, Paris Tonight. The finale, one and done. We're done after this. Then we get to go home. Vacation. Anyway, I'm going to go hang out with them. We're out of time. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the program. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Bonne nuit from Paris.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smartwater.